So one of the main frustrations between buyers and sellers alike is the non-concrete timeframe for a conveyancing transaction. The estimated timeframe for a freehold is between 8 to 16 weeks, and I'm going to discuss some of the elements which may impact the length of your transaction. A chain results from parties buying and selling simultaneously, which creates a link of transaction, and essentially the whole chain is dependent on the slowest party within that chain. In order to better manage your expectations, it can be handy to speak with the estate agents to decipher how many parties are in your chain. If someone in the chain is purchasing a property with a mortgage, then the lenders do have their own timeframes for issuing mortgage documents, and in particular, if an issue is reported to them, they often have to rely on their underwriters. Your broker will be able to let you know what documents you're going to need to have available, and we do recommend you collate your source of funds and ID documents in the early stages. Freehold transactions do tend to move a lot quicker than a leasehold transaction. That's due to the third parties we have to rely on, such as landlords and management companies, the time frame it takes them to collate their documents, and also the additional work involved, such as reviewing the lease, which is a very lengthy and complex document. If you're purchasing a property with a mortgage, then searches are required, but they are recommended even to cash purchasers. We do recommend that you pay the fees for the searches straight away once requested from your conveyancer, as local authorities do have their own timeframes for issuing searches, usually around 4 weeks. If a buyer is instructing a survey, they can do so any point up until exchange of contracts, although usually the turnaround for a survey tends to be around a couple of weeks. Your method of funding will affect the time frame. If you're purchasing with a gift, through a government scheme, or using a Help to Buy ISA, then these are all dependent on their own time frames. Additionally, if you are drawing down monies from premium bonds, they can often take a couple of weeks to come through to your conveyancer, so we do recommend early stages, let your conveyancer know your method of funding so they can best advise you on next steps.